all by yourself. Well, I'm wasted for someone.
So I'm excited to introduce our first presenter from Vietnam. This startup is committed to provide innovative solutions to empower efficient logistics. Please welcome Mr. Long Pham, CEO and founder of Abivin.
Hello, everyone. It's an honor to be presenting first here. My name is Long Pham. I'm the CEO and founder at Abivin. And today I'm presenting you our transport management system to empower efficient logistics. So we're hunting 11 customers here. We have P&G and Friesland Campina are the large FMCG manufacturers as our customers. We have Habeco and Mesa who are also producing beer and distributing FMCG products in Vietnam. We have Cospa Logistics in Myanmar, who deliver for Metro, Coca-Cola, and KFC. We see a repeating problem in logistics. Business have to make the delivery routing manually daily, and there is usually no system to track their real-time operation. So the supply chain team usually have to be working under their capacity. There is a macro problem too. All of the ASEAN countries having a very high logistic cost, and we have a chance to bring this logistic cost down to under 10% in the next 5 to 10 years. This is our solution, Abivin vRoute, a TMS 4.0. It has two components. First is a web app for the supervisors, and second is a mobile app for the drivers. How it works? We will pull the master data from an ERP or a WMS, of stores, orders, and drivers. And then we will generate a optimal routing in terms of cost and time, and we push to all of the vRoute mobile apps. The driver will using our mobile apps to deliver at the drop points. What's special about this? We have an proprietary technology, an algorithm to solve at least 20 business constraints for the ASEAN market. For example, the capacity of the vehicle. Some stores have to be delivered in motorbike, or maybe the time window of the stores. We're also using machine learning to learn from the data that we track using 3G or 4G, so that we can get the better planning over time. We save 40% of the cost for fuel and labor for our customer, increase delivery capacity, and streamline an end-to-end operation. So if you spend $1 today for our system, you will get at least $2.5 in the next 3 years. Our pricing model is an enterprise SaaS. We have one-time payment for implementation and customization. We have license fee per month for each user using web or mobile apps. We have a headquarters in Singapore. We have an R&D team in Hanoi. We have a sales office in Ho Chi Minh City, and soon opening one in Myanmar. We have two co-founders. I graduated from Cambridge. I got a master in machine learning and was working at Google in Mountain View. I was competing in a lot of competition for math, physics, and computing in the past. Cassie is our head of sales and also in finance. She was graduated from Finland and having extensive business development experience in software and 3PL companies. Our traction, in 2017, we grow 3.4x, and we are targeting at 4 to 5 times this year. We have 30 full-time members in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and Singapore. We received a grant of 175,000 from Finland in 2015 and 16. And we are breaking balance even now. Right now here in Korea, I'm looking for partners, maybe local manufacturing or logistic companies who want to optimize their supply chain operation in South Korea, or maybe a large multinational corporation who want to scale their ASEAN presence using our technology. Here are some of the pictures of our system in action. So the driver can using the mobile apps to see their ways. We have to make the process for the driver to check in, check out, and then entering all of the information at the drop points. This is Cospa, who deliver using cold chain logistics in Myanmar, and we are supporting them. Right. Thank you very much for your time. As a follow-up, I would love to hear the question from the judge or the audience.
Hi, Long. I'm Michael from The Vault. First of all, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
I think the problem that you're addressing is, a behemoth. When you talk about logistics and operational costs for businesses, it's something that can't be ignored.
Yeah.
My first question for you is, what percentage of logistics costs take up sort of the general business activities from Vietnam?
Right. In one of my slides, it is 20 to 25% of the logistic costs. I think Vietnam and Indonesia are the highest one in ASEAN at the moment. Malaysia is at about 13, Thailand is about 15. Singapore is very efficient at 8%. Korea is also efficient at about 9 to 10%.
Okay, so you're really aiming to bring down that logistics cost in
Yes,
Vietnam and the local area down to that.
The
like,
whole
8%.
area under 10% in the next 5 to 10 years, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
In terms of your top line, what you mentioned about the traction of your company,
Yeah.
where is it heading in terms of for the next 3 years or in the time frame?
Right.
How the revenue breakdown is going to be?
Right. We're trying to bootstrap for the last 2 years. So we get 7 large accounts. 3 weeks ago, I watched on Shark Tank, and now I got at least 20 proposals lined up with the biggest logistic company in Vietnam. So we will try to do Vietnam first at about 20 largest companies, and then we will expand to other countries in Southeast Asia.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but you were already on Shark Tank, or you're going on Shark Tank soon?
Can you just,
Oh, you were already on Shark Tank,
on
the
Shark
TV
Tank,
show?
yes, 3 weeks ago
Oh,
in
okay.
Vietnam.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You can go to YouTube and search for Abivin Shark Tank. It's one in Vietnamese, though.
Just one comment. Do you have any kind of plan? What do you want to achieve from Korea? So you mentioned that
Yeah.
you want to work with a Korean company or multinational company. So can you just tell us about what's your plan?
Right. So for outbounding, if I open a company in Korea, then I can help because we have specialized in the algorithm, so we can help more to optimize the supply chain of the Korean company in Korea. But I see a lot of presence of Samsung, LG, Hyundai, at least in Vietnam. That's what I see, a lot of cars and a lot of vehicles. So I'm sure that they need some way to manage it and some way to collaborate each other as well. At the moment, people don't really share the logistic information. That is also one of the key points why the high is really high. But we need the sharing economy here to bring the cost down. Yeah. I hope it's answer your question.
I think that's all the time we have for questions, but thank you for your presentation and your answers.
Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So our next presenter from Vietnam provides AI technology to track on appearances and behaviors of people in banking, retail, and security sectors. Please welcome Mr. Tung Lo, CEO of EYEQ Tech.
Breathe my lips. Breathe all that you can be. Make a difference.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tung Lei. I'm CEO of EYEQ Tech. So 10-second pitch. EYEQ Tech is basically an AI software system that can recognize anything a human brain can through camera. So the founding team includes me and my co-founder. Both of us graduated from University in New South Wales, Australia, the top 50 program in CS around the world. So basically, when I talk about AI, I know a little bit about it. So the problems we are tackling using our technology, first in retails, there are a lot of shops that want to track how their shops perform. So they have to use membership card to give out to their customers, so that when the customer return, they can tap and know, and then they can give promotion. However, not all the time the customer will bring the membership card because this is too clunky and they have so many cards to remember to bring. So we want the shops to use their customer face as a VIP membership card. Second, in another segment, say advertising, when a lot of out-of-home advertising, they advertise, they can't prove to their buyers that actually there are people who see the ads, or the ads is relevant to the viewers. So we provide a way for them to track the gender, age, or appearance of the viewers, so that they can provide the most suitable content and give the best ROI. Third problem, whenever there is a queue, there's a long, whenever there's long queue, there's a high need to cut off the time to process each person. So by using our facial recognition, we can save the time to produce, to supply service for a person. We can save like 30 seconds each. So that can be applied to hospital and bank. The four sectors is a smart city. We can count vehicles, and we can estimate the crowd. We can know where people go, so that urban planner can have a better view of their design. Right, those are the things that, just a few things, we have more, but those are the problems that we are tackling at the same time using our technology, computer vision, because, you know, like human eyes, we can recognize so many things. Magic we use is, we use the state-of-the-art AI algorithm, which is deep learning, so we can know a few things like count the number of people at a place, recognize their faces, track their behavior, recognize whether they are looking at the camera or not, classify the viewers based on gender, age, and appearance, verify people's document, count vehicle, as I said before. Right, and thanks to our advanced technology, we got several awards. One of them is the Visa Everywhere initiative, which I just received a few weeks ago by the Visa card company. The price is about 25 grand. So our business model is subscription for small retail, or project-based for big clients, or royalties for robotics software companies. So the estimated Vietnam market size for computer vision is $1 billion US. However, we don't stop there, because our solution can be applied worldwide. So we supply API for other developers that can use our technology to tackle their own problem. So aiming at the global market, it is trillions of US dollars by 2022. So we really aim at unicorn asset. If there is only one slide to remember from my talk, this is it. We mean it. So where are we now? We already got paying client, and we have clients that are waiting, and they are on big name. So this is our expected income in the next year. So we are here to raise Series A, 5 million for 12.5%, and that is our valuation. So the money will be used for filing international patents and hire more world-class AI engineers and expand worldwide. Why should you join? Because we are serious and committed, and you know, like, we got a chance to become unicorn. Thank you. And I'm open for questions, please.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the Visa award.
Thanks.
And you know, when companies talk about AI solutions, oftentimes it's very vague, although it's complicated. I think your presentation made it pretty clear to us what you're using AI for and how you're using it to solve a problem. So thank you for that. My first question is related to your accuracy and sort of machine vision. So I didn't hear too much about how your product works, although I'm sure it's a very accurate algorithm. But let's say, you know, because we're here in Korea, it's a plastic surgery destination. And let's say I were to get plastic surgery pretty extensively and go into a shop, would your machine vision be able to recognize me based on like the distance of my eyes, or what are the kind of points of data that you use?
Yeah, it's funny that I got to ask that questions a lot. But you know, like anything that a human brain can recognize, our system can, if even a human cannot recognize a person after the surgery, then maybe we can't, honestly. So yeah, so we are on par with a human brain only.
And sorry, follow-up question, but you mentioned it's as accurate as a human brain, but could you give me a little insight into what the accuracy
Say, for
is?
example, we have already processed 2 million faces at a result by Vingroup, one of our clients on one of the slides. So we have processed 2 million faces, and our accuracy is 95%.
Thank you. That's a very high number.
In terms of the competitive landscape, can you help us understand your key competitor in the space in terms of comparing and contrasting with other existing players?
Yes. The first is the gross camera accuracy and few instant. So it's a little bit technical. A lot of companies doing facial recognition, but the thing is that if one person you capture at one camera and they go to other camera, okay, they go to other camera and there is a lot of change in lighting. So whether the algorithms still work, okay, that is a really big challenge. And if you look into the literature, the research literature, I mean, no team has tackled it well. So we don't write research paper, but that 2 million faces that we do, they are gross cameras. So, you know, like they are indoor, they are outdoor at the resort, they're at the swimming pool, but we still can process them. So first key thing is gross camera accuracy. The second thing is the few instant, because normally to have high accuracy, they have to take a lot of photos. But we use very few samples, 5 samples, and that is enough to register. And then later we recognize after that. Thanks.
This could be a bit of a technical question, but with respect to having people's faces on your database, could there be any potential privacy issues?
Yes, that is the first thing we got to think about when we do this thing. It is like a knife, right? You can use knife to cut food, but you can also kill people. So we think about this very carefully, and we want to make sure that for each client, their database is there, okay? And we want to make sure that our client, our business client, using, if they want to use, say, for membership card, they have to have users' consent. Like the user has to agree to use their face as membership card, okay? For security reason, for example, at the resort, people have to agree that, okay, I check the face so that I can have access to this area. If I access to another area, so I will be kind of counted as violated access, so unauthorized access. So normally, we make sure that our clients, our business client, understand privacy, and they have to agree with us.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I think that's it for our Q&A time. Thank you for your presentation.
Thanks.
So I'm very pleased to introduce our third presenter from Thailand. This company provides an online market platform for logistics services for businesses. Please welcome Mr. Sitisak, CEO of GIZTIX.
Like we always do with this time, I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up.
안녕하세요. Woo! Excited, right? So hello everyone. My name is Sitisak. I'm the CEO and co-founder of GIZTIX, and welcome. So what we do today is we do logistic marketplace. We aim to help businesses that want goods shipped to get the best shipping price and reliable services online. And moreover, we also provide freemium transportation management system for businesses to manage their own fleets and add value to their current business. So the problems that we focus today is a micro problem for internet operations. Most of the operations, they spend 90% on manual works. For example, writing jobs on papers, Excel, emails. And moreover, management is a lack of visibility in seeing reports and cost. That's why it results in cost and time wasted. So today, GIZTIX focuses on helping customers who demand in domestic and international transportation. GIZTIX Marketplace today, we have two core features. First, we have logistics on demand for serving peak and spot trucks for businesses. And if you have high volume of shipments, for example, you need 100 trucks per month. So we have a bidding system. We have machine learning to match the right transporter to you and place bid in really quick. And moreover, we also provide freemium transportation management system in order to help their operations to reduce workloads and also help managers to see reports real time. And it takes only a few hours to use TMS. To sum up briefly about GIZTIX, so today our marketplace help businesses to outsource trucks, and also if they have empty trucks, they can sell on the platform as well. And on the TMS platform, they can optimize their routes and also provide tracking to their current customers. Who are our customers? So our customers are cargo owners as well as transportation provider. Today, GIZTIX transporters, we have over 700 logistics service providers in Thailand, or equivalent to around 18,000 trucks. And the market is incredibly huge. The addressable market size for us is $40 billion in Southeast Asia, and it's growing every year. Let's talk about our traction. Our last month revenue hit $400,000, and we still maintain our growth about 20% month on month. And we have a big plan. We are aiming to hit 2 million by the end of next year. And moreover, on our freemium TMS, we now having around 10,000 shipments operated every month, and it's increasing every month. And this is how we grow, and this is what we look for to do in Korea as well. In Thailand, we focus on partner. We make sure that we add value to our partner product and services by a couple of things. First, integration, and second, do CRM with them. For example, if we do with GPS providers, so we can provide free TMS to their clients. And moreover, these categories that we focus on integrations, first from ERP, GPS, gas station, and logistics service providers, in order to automate the supply chain system. Last but not least, our product is capable of transforming local logistics service providers to become Uber for trucks in a few hours. And we also give them the system and the digital marketing. So we have like a small incubator inside for transforming trucks. What we are doing today is not something advanced, it's something simple. We focus on digitization, and utilization and optimize would be our next steps. Now GIZTIX is heading to Series B. We're raising about 15 million in order to expand in Southeast Asia and also to dominate Thai market for more. We have a really young and passionate team of 35 people. I have 2 co-founders. We are friends since high school. And this is how we started. My family owned a logistics company for 30 years. And I have had an ERP company for logistics. I had done that for 5 years. And in 2016, we started with an accelerator. And so far, we have raised 2 million for the past 3 years. And we're now heading to Series B. And lucky us, we have one of the largest corporate in Thailand called SCG invested in us, and they have largest fleet in Thailand. Finally, we are not logistics service providers, but we are truly logistic digital solutions that we aim to digitize logistics and bring them all to the next level of logistics. Thank you.
So thank you for your presentation. And I have 2 opening questions. So maybe I didn't understand very clearly, but it sounded like your focus was very much on trucks.
Yes.
And I'm no expert in this field, but I think there's different levels of service for transportation management, right? Like so primary, secondary, and tertiary, and
Yes.
trucks may be involved in multiple stages.
Yep.
So are you in multiple stages or do you focus on one stage?
We consider ourselves as a third-party logistics. So we outsource, we don't own any trucks. So we do 100% outsourcing. And we also do provide technology for planning and optimizing and digitizing. So we consider ourselves on that stage.
Okay. And I'm curious about your sales strategy. You mentioned you're going to scale to $2 million by the end of next year, and that's awesome. But could I hear a little bit more about that, especially as it pertains to your onboarding strategy? Like my thought was, if you're providing TMS solutions for free to companies, maybe that's your onboarding strategy for the marketplace. Is that correct, or is it something different?
No, as I mentioned in this slide earlier, that we focus, first thing is partnerships. For example, we partner with banks, so we give them special deals on truck prices. So that's how we onboard customers to the marketplace to check price and book logistics services for that spot demand. And after that, we can convert them into contract basis. And for the TMS, we partner with like GPS, petrol stations, because their clients are fleet clients. They use fleets, but they don't have software because the price is so expensive. So we integrate with that system, and then they take our system to do training for their clients. So we do this kind of partnership, and it's one of our growth hacking strategy. So spend zero cost of marketing, and everyone wins. So we win, we get users. Our partner wins, they gain competitive advantage and also customer loyalty, and their clients wins because they get free service. Yeah, so win, 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 3 wins, awesome.
Great, thank you.
I understand you're looking to other countries to implement your products. What are some of the challenges that you're faced, and what are your strategies to overcome it?
Well, the first challenge is the localization. So, for example, language, user experience, or even operations in transforming traditional users to digital users. So now we overcome because we're lucky that we have had our corporate investor called SCG. So they have really strong presence in Vietnam, Cambodia, everywhere in Southeast Asia. So we're starting that by having them as our first customer right now. And they're running at least 100 fleets per day at every country. So that's how we get to localize and get money from the first day for the first entry of new market. And scaling after that would be like a network effect. Once we acquire one customer, and they usually add their subcontractors onto the platform, add their customer to the platform. It's like a network effect. So we also do this in Thailand. So everywhere, logistics quite all over the world, 80% they work quite the same. Yeah, they still use emails, and then afterwards they come to use the system. So after we get the first entry, it wouldn't be hard. So we are now doing at Myanmar and Vietnam. So hopefully we get the full operations operated by early next year.
Thank you.
I think looking at your revenue going forward, obviously you seem to have reached somewhat inflection point. And I think I kind of want to know what kind of involvement or engagement that you're making to improve those kind of the matching rate between the supply and demand side?
Well, to be honest, we have still weakness on balancing the demand to the supply. Nowadays, we can only fulfill supply only 5% from the total demand. So that's been one of our challenge. And that is the reason why we put TMS for our suppliers. So our first value proposition to our supplier is not the sales from marketplace. It's the TMS software that we help them to reduce manual work. And the sales will be the second value proposition. Yeah, so that'll be it.
Just last question. Yes.
Yes.
Have you ever tried to contact Korean company in Thailand for your services?
Well,
I think they like so much, probably.
Yeah, I believe we have a few, but but they're not really active yet. But most of the active users, they are like Thai, Japanese. So, but however, we also have contacts. It's called Overseas Asian in Korea, because we have shipments export from Korea, from Thailand to Korea every month. So in Korea, they're also using our system as well for instead of emails, at least. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it for Q&A. Salika.
Okay, thank you. ขอบคุณครับ
So our program is now on live stream on Facebook. So hi everyone on Facebook, and hope you enjoy the show until the end. So I'm sure many of you here have experiences in standing in long lines to enter popular shops or restaurants. This startup from Thailand has the solutions to ease your troubles. Please welcome Mr. Rong San, CEO of QueueQ.
Hi everyone. 3 years ago, we thought about a thing that people need to use it every time they go to some crowded places. We focused on more crowded place in town. It was a shopping mall because in Thailand, every time the Thai people have free time, they will go there. So we went there and found a pain that no one can solve it in the best way yet at that time. It was a long line everywhere at the front of restaurant, bank, telco, or even retail shops. Although some stores already install a queuing solution inside their store, but why people still need to wait at the front doors? Were those solutions solve the real pain of people? So we went back and made a solution that let people free from those lines. Our solution is so simple. We let people can reserve their turn beforehand from 2 kilometers away, and after that, they can spend their time to other things that matter to their life more than just hanging in a line. And when it close to their turn, we send them notifications to let them know it's time to get back to the shop to get their turn. As easy as that, but it's more complex in the back end side. 3 years after that, if you go to Bangkok, you can see a machine designed at every shopping mall, and most of famous restaurants are using our system. We can capture around 70% of top chain restaurants, and we'll capture more and more with other features that solve the pain of time wasting of people, like takeout and delivery also. And you know, millions of users are using it every day by no need to pay any advertisement budget. Our business model is so simple. We replace the legacy queuing system one with our online queuing system and get money from rental fee every month, around $200 per shop per month. And every transaction that the user pay on our platform, we will get transaction based also. It makes us to be a positive cash flow company since last year. Not only the restaurant, we are expanding to other verticals like a bank, telco, government service, and also hospitals. The same pain, but more painful. After we announced that we have a hospital solution just 5 months ago, hundreds of hospitals queue up to our platform to implement that all over of Thailand by no need to approach them by ourselves. And we are copying this thing to Malaysia, and other countries will come soon. Talk about the team. We are engineer-based team. I was programmer before. We worked together for a long time. Me and our CTO worked together for 20 years since my first job. So we know each other very well, and we know what the solution need to solve the real problem. We was captured by many media inside Thailand and global, and won many awards along the way of our path. But the most that we can proud about is thousands of 5-star in both application store. What it means? It means that people love us. People love QueueQ. But one more thing, Can you remember the thing that we need to do since 3 years ago? It's on our hand now. With our key partner, we do something that called geolocation advertising platform, which met advertiser and buyer together to make a higher conversion rate advertising platform. This is the real future of QueueQ. You will see it soon. And that's all, it's QueueQ. Spend your time wisely with us. Thank you.
Well, I know I hate waiting in line, so I hope you come to Korea soon.
Hope that's so.
Yeah. So thank you for your presentation. And is there anything that you're looking for here in Korea?
Actually, we will announce that we will close our Series A round soon, maybe next week. And one following we see is from Korea. So we exploring what is the gap that we can approach to Korean market also, because it's many restaurants around Seoul, and have something that we can put in and make a business. Maybe we will approach. We are exploring. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be really helpful. I know Koreans tend to flock to a very popular restaurant, so you see crazy lines outside. So
Okay, I will.
sure people are waiting for that.
I believe that you have certain brand value created in Thailand because you were first mover, one of the first movers in Thailand.
Yes.
So how do you plan to tackle other markets in the region, such as Korea, when you're moving in?
Thank you, David. Actually, we have tried to approach the Singapore market before since our first year. That time we failed because we do like a JV company with a local company there, and it's not active as much as that I expect. But right now in Malaysia, we approach with the other way. We set up our own entity there. We have a country manager with work full time for QueueQ. And what happened? Just we open in Malaysia, not set up a company yet, but we have country manager. We can correct few brand of restaurant, famous brand of restaurant already. We will do step by step, like a Thai capture the restaurant market first for cost of user restaurant more than other sectors, and then move to other sector later. Like that, we will do step by step. And like in Malaysia, after we set up the company, we will do like a joint venture with local queuing system, the legacy one, the biggest, who have a market share around 80% of a Malaysia market. They want to invest to QueueQ Malaysia, so we will do like this way. Same the way as in Korea. If we need to expand to here, we will set up. We will hire some country manager who know about the behavior of user, know the market first, then explore more which area we will approach to.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Can you just give us some kind of valuation information a little bit? Okay.
I can tell you like a post-money valuation around 10 million USD after this round, around that.
Thanks.
Okay, that's it for Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.